New Orleans is a colorful, crazy place, and I mean that in the best possible way. I first came to the Big Easy 10 years ago and fell in love with its vibrance, magical essence, and lively, friendly spirit. I come as often as I can now, and although I'm here for just 3 days, I'm going to squeeze in as much as I can and show you some of my favorite things to do, starting with Jazz Fest. So I'm here in New Orleans. I'm about to buy my Jazz Fest ticket. You can buy them here at the festival or ahead of time online. I love Jazz Fest because it's a great event for a great cause. It's an annual celebration of the music and culture of New Orleans, which sets it apart from the other big music festivals. Oh my God, I found vegetarian red beans and rice, which is so hard to do here in New Orleans. I paid to come into Jazz Fest just for the red beans and rice. That's how good these are. After Jazz Fest ends, people take the party to the streets.
Yellow shot. Yellow.
Areas around the festival grounds are shut down so people can hang out, enjoy the local culture, and have a good time after the show. After I danced and ate, I ate more, which is what you do in New Orleans. As someone who doesn't eat meat, it can be hard to find restaurants with good veggie options when traveling, but a few years ago, I stumbled across this great place in the French Quarter called Benachin, and now I come here every time I'm in town. So I've had a long, fun-filled day, but I'm not ready to call it a night just yet. I love taking tours, so I'm off to learn about the city's haunted areas with historic New Orleans tours. New Orleans is one of the most haunted cities in the US, so if you're gonna do a ghost tour, this is the place to do it. It's a bit creepy, but definitely intriguing. Today, I'm all about doing things that I'm pretty sure you can't do anywhere besides NOLA with the help of my new local friend, Steve. First up, drive-through daiquiris. You're telling me that here in New Orleans, you can go through a drive-through like you're getting fast food, but instead of food, you're getting a daiquiri?
Yeah. 2 house specials.
I'm going to be a responsible passenger and not put the straw in because when I do that, that makes it an open container, and that's illegal. This could be my new favorite thing to do in New Orleans. Drive-through daiquiris are a pretty cool thing to do. Another true, authentic NOLA experience you have to make time for is Stop Jockin'. You can get a famous New Orleans snowball and a haircut at the same time.
The best snowball you can get in the city right now.
So what's a snowball? Well, it does look like a snow cone, but the ice is finer and fluffier. You can get them stuffed with sweetened condensed milk or ice cream and have them topped with yumminess like gummy bears or fruit.
Snowballs in the front, haircuts in the back.
Seriously, where else are you going to experience that? This is so cool. Stop jockin'. What does that mean?
Like jocking, like somebody like you a lot.
Yeah.
And they just stalking you, like stop jocking.
Back off, creepers.
Yeah. Stop jocking. Best snowballs in the city.
Listen to this guy.
Simply the best.
There are so many memorable things to do in New Orleans, but something I think everyone should do is visit the Lower Ninth Ward, which is an area that was deeply affected by Hurricane Katrina. The neighborhood has never had a restaurant until now, and Café Dauphine is thriving and bringing well-needed attention to the area.
It's a casual dining restaurant, and we are the only thing of its kind in the neighborhood. The Lower Ninth Ward has been classified, I guess, in slang term, as a food desert. There aren't a lot of food resources here in the neighborhood. There isn't even a local grocery store in the area. So they've been very, very happy to have something like that representing their community.
It's just cool to explore outside of the touristy spots and see what NOLA is really all about. Next up, I'm headed to the French Quarter. A trip to New Orleans isn't complete without exploring the city's oldest neighborhood. There, you will find a plethora of amazing NOLA cuisine and, of course, Jackson Square. There's always good people watching there and local bands playing. Okay, don't judge, but I loved the first tour I took so much that I'm taking another one. I'm with Historic New Orleans Tours, and I'm about to see St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Up until recently, you could go to the cemeteries for free on your own, but due to vandalism, you now need a licensed tour guide to go inside. It's cool to visit the more well-known areas of New Orleans, but make sure you get out of the French Quarter and check out some of the other great neighborhoods like the Bywater, where I'm at now. I'm about to take you to one of my favorite bars, Bacchanal. So here inside Bacchanal, it's a cute wine and cheese shop, so you can choose your wine, pick out your cheese, head to the counter, and then go outside in the backyard. Cheers, you guys! It's my third and final day in New Orleans, and I'm starting it off doing something I've always wanted to try. Yes, it's my third tour of the trip, but who's counting? I ventured about 45 minutes outside of New Orleans and took the Honey Island Swamp Tour with Pearl River Eco Tours. So I've had a lot of memorable experiences here in New Orleans, but one thing I've never done is a swamp tour, so I'm really excited about today. This one is not to miss. Not only will you walk away with some knowledge of Louisiana's natural environment, there's an alligator. Whoa. But you'll have a better appreciation for the swamps.
A lot of people assume swamps are nasty and ugly places, and that's not true. These places are absolutely beautiful.
Oh my God. There are wild pigs in the swamp. This is what my dog would look like if I let him. A face full of mud. And FYI, they have drivers to pick you up from a few different locations in NOLA. I've seen a lot in New Orleans over the last couple of days, and now I'm about to enjoy the city's booming nightlife. All right, some of you have been waiting to see Bourbon Street, so here you go.
So this is the part of Bourbon Street where people throw beads from the balcony during Mardi Gras, but as you can see behind me, there's always a party going on here.
Rowdy, drunken people stumbling around the street isn't really my thing, but it's definitely something to check off your list if you've never been. But there is one place I really enjoy, Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop.
One of my favorite places here is Lafitte's, which is the bar behind me, and they're known for two things. One, being the oldest bar in the United States, and two, for their purple drink, which is actually a grape daiquiri, and it's pretty good.
Another area that I love to hang out in every time I'm in New Orleans is Frenchman Street. There's great music, fun bars, and it's just a really cool vibe. After a long day of sightseeing and partying, there's no better way to end the day and my trip than with Café du Monde, which serves up the best beignets. What are beignets? They're square pieces of fried dough smothered in powdered sugar, and they're the most delicious pastries you've ever had.
Thank you so much.
Café du Monde is open 24/7, so you can grab an order of beignets anytime you'd like. As you can see, it's totally doable to see a lot in New Orleans in just 72 hours. It's also easy to get around. You can rent a car, Uber it, cab it, or use the streetcar. In addition to the places I showed you, other great things to see include Magazine Street, Audubon Park, the Garden District, and the CBD, also known as the Central Business District. New Orleans is such a special, unique place, and I hope you love your time there as much as I do.